An MMA star looks set to join WWE or AEW, and a former champion has left WWE. But first, Triple H has revealed his feelings on his former NXT superstars heading to AEW. Speaking with The Athletic, Triple H was asked about the likes of Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Keith Lee, Andrade El Idolo, and Malachi Black, leaving WWE for All Elite Wrestling, with all the names mentioned being former champions under his leadership in NXT. The game would reveal that he's a fan of the names mentioned and said, "The truth is, there was a period of time where we were trying to build NXT. We built NXT, then we were trying to build a brand that could get a television show and sustain it. All those names helped us get there. Whether anybody believed or not they fit on Raw or SmackDown, those aren't necessarily my decisions solely, and they're Vince McMahon's decision and fans' decisions, and then can we continue to do business with them?" Triple H would go on to reveal that he keeps in touch with most of the guys that have made the jump and added, "If they have great gigs, I'm happy for them. I stay in touch with almost all of them. I like to think they came into us here, we taught them a lot, got them to a higher level where they learned how to do television, how to be professionals, and all that to be successful there. At some point they might come back with us or they might never because they don't fit our brand as well, but that's okay. They got us to certain places and I'm thankful for that, and they're thankful for that, and they're off to different things. But that doesn't stop the train. People leave football teams, people move to different teams all the time, and it's great." With NXT now going in a different direction under new leadership, many of its top names have left for AEW, with them seemingly fitting in with a professional wrestling environment as seen in the old NXT, rather than WWE's main roster or the new NXT 2.0. Not only has Hunter dropped the reins of NXT, but he recently retired from in-ring competition, leaving his boots in the ring at WrestleMania 38. Next up, we have some major news concerning Ring of Honor's current television deal. After 11 years of ROH TV airing on stations belonging to Sinclair Broadcast Group, it was revealed this week that the company has now shown their last broadcast on the networks. The final episode of ROH Wrestling featured a 2021 match between Jonathan Gresham and Dak Draper, as well as older matches including Jay Briscoe versus Jay Lethal from 2015 and Roderick Strong versus Eddie Edwards from 2011. According to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the deal between Sinclair Broadcast Group and Ring of Honor is now over following the takeover by AEW president Tony Khan. This now means ROH are free to find a brand new television deal. Sinclair previously owned ROH from May 2011 until Khan's purchase earlier this year, with the new ownership looking for new avenues for Ring of Honor TV, with them likely to join the portfolio of Warner Media, who airs AEW television on TNT and TBS. Khan has noted in the past that he wants Ring of Honor television to continue as a weekly series, although it's unclear exactly where they will land at this point. With that said, AEW are set to make an announcement this Wednesday night, with speculation that it could be a Ring of Honor television deal, although an AEW versus New Japan Pro-Wrestling Super Show seems like the most likely option. Or maybe it could be both. And next, a new champion has been crowned in WWE. On last night's episode of Monday Night Raw, Austin Theory, or now simply known as Theory, would battle Finn Balor for the WWE United States Championship in his quest to further impress Chairman Vince McMahon. In the end, Theory would walk away as the new US champion, who went on to celebrate with his boss on the stage alongside some of the heel roster. This ends Balor's 49-day reign, which began in late February, and marks the beginning of Theory's first ever title reign in WWE. The 24-year-old has won belts on the independent scene in the past, but never in WWE, including in NXT. Reports state that Vince McMahon legitimately believes that Theory could be his next big star, and his push continues on screen as he continues to be booked strong in the mid-card. As for Balor, WrestlingNews.co recently reported in January that the company no longer sees him as a top star, and his role is to help put over younger talent, something that was showcased on last night's show. But what do you make of the latest WWE title change? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, Cody Rhodes has revealed mistakes that he made in AEW. This week, Cody would appear on Ryan Satin's Out of Character podcast, where Rhodes would discuss his return to WWE after 3 years with All Elite Wrestling, where he was not only just a wrestler, but an executive vice president. Following Cody's loss to then-champion Chris Jericho at AEW Full Gear 2019, he was no longer able to challenge for the AEW World title as per the stipulation, something he felt was right at the time as to avoid upsetting the locker room. Cody feels that the EVP role came around too soon and added that boxing himself out of the AEW World Championship was not the right call, and he would say, "We wanted a wrestling company brought to you by wrestlers for sure, that was a huge part of the mission, but maybe it would have been better served for me at the age of 45 than it did at age 33. I am just now entering the prime of my career. To make political decisions like boxing myself out of winning a world championship, those decisions, in hindsight, were not the correct decisions in what I should have been doing. I think it would have served me better later in life when I could look at a show and be like, I don't want to be in the top spot. You need that good competition in your locker room, that positive and real competition. If I can't be the best wrestler in the world on television because I'm afraid I'm going to offend colleagues because I'm also their boss, that was the situation we were in and I just played it in the middle." Cody has stated on and off screen that he plans to win the WWE World Championship, which is expected to be the direction that he takes in the coming months. I think many fans would agree that Rhodes blocking himself out of winning the AEW title was a mistake, with it difficult to root for somebody that has a ceiling on what they can achieve. But what do you make of Cody's comments on his time in AEW? Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, we have an injury update regarding a top New Japan Pro-Wrestling star. During the final of the G1 Climax 31 in October, Kota Ibushi would suffer a shoulder injury after attempting to hit his opponent Kazuchika Okada with a Phoenix Splash. He would land on his shoulder and was unable to stand, with the referee calling for an end to the match, with medical staff immediately seeing to the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Okada would then be named the winner of the G1. In an update provided by Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, Ibushi is 70 to 80% ready to return to the ring, but is still weak on his right side, which is where he suffered the injury. It's believed that Kota will be back in time for the next G1 Climax in mid-July, but this is yet to be confirmed by New Japan themselves. It was originally expected that it would take just 2 months to see a full recovery, but of course this has not been the case. It seems that if the reports of an AEW versus New Japan Pro Wrestling Super Show are true, with this expected to go down in June, it looks like Kota Ibushi might just miss out. Next up, a female MMA star looks set to join AEW or WWE. This week, former WWE superstar Gangrel would speak with Wrestling Inc.'s Nick Hausman, where he discussed one of his trainees, Paige Van Zandt. The former UFC fighter, who recently signed with AEW, has undergone pro wrestling training with Gangrel at CCW training facility in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and during the interview he would reveal that there is another female MMA star that he is training who he expects to sign with one of the big companies soon, and he would reveal, yes, one of them is Paige Van Zandt, although she's ghosted on me for a few days, but she'll be back in the mix. She's definitely one of them. There's another lady, I don't think I can mention her name yet until she gets out of the contract she's in right now, but she definitely looks like she'll be popping up somewhere at one of the big companies soon. Out of the two, I'm going to say that the girl I'm training today is more passionate than her. Paige is so extremely talented, I'd hate to go out on a limb and say it's business, but I don't feel the same passion that the girl I'm training today has. But no, she's passionate. To give up and walk away from her other career, she's definitely passionate about it and stuff like that. It's unclear who this mystery MMA fighter is, or which promotion they're currently under contract with, but it will be an interesting story to follow. But which female MMA fighter would you like to see transition into pro wrestling? Let me know in the comments down below. And finally, a former champion in WWE has left the company. The news was first reported by Fightful Select last night that the contract of former NXT Cruiserweight champion Kushida has expired, meaning he is now a free agent. Due to this being a contract expiration and not a release, he is free to work for another wrestling promotion as soon as he likes. The news was later confirmed by Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, who revealed the expectation within WWE is that Kushida will now return to New Japan Pro-Wrestling, where he spent 9 years of his career prior to signing with WWE in 2019. According to Dave, it was no secret that Kushida's contract was due, and he said, "He is done. His contract expired. It was not a secret that he wasn't going to stay. I know in WWE the belief is that he starts with New Japan in June. That's what they believe, and it's probably the case." If the news is to be believed, Kushida will join New Japan after the Best of the Super Juniors tournament has finished, a trophy he has in fact won twice. He is also a 6-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, 2-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion with Alex Shelley, and he won the Super J Cup in 2016, making him one of the most successful junior heavyweights in company history. It seems that the news is best for both parties, with Fightful adding that WWE never had plans for him to be called up to the main roster, with him now set to return to a promotion that will use him more. And before you go, make sure you check out 10 things you didn't know about AEW's Danhausen.